everyone. Welcome to another episode of Help with Natalie Cuomo. I'm here with the amazing Kyle Dunnigan.
Thank you for having me, Natalie.
Thank you for doing the podcast.
I mean, my pleasure. I am going to start off, with my good energy. I already feel it's a little low, like honestly.
Yeah.
I'll pep up.
Yeah.
I'm a toe dip into the water person.
No,
with
I love
everything
that.
I do.
I love that.
Do you jump right into pools, or do you dip your toe and then?
You know, I feel like it's always better to jump right in.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to do. I feel like I'll dip a toe, realize it's not going to happen this way, and jump right in.
You jump right in. And does that go through your whole life with all things? You kind of jump into things?
Absolutely.
Or do you dip?
The thing is, I'll jump right in, even though that sometimes you'll burn yourself.
It's better to be that way. I think more successful people do that, or that type of person. If you see someone dipping their toe trying to get a pool, that person probably isn't going to go very far.
What do you do?
I dip my toe.
You've gone far though.
Well, I think I would have been further if I just jumped a little more. But
okay.
I dip the toe. I go back to my blanket. I think about it. I complain about it. Then I go back, and then I slowly get.
Let me ask you, are you a big complainer?
You know what? I go through phases.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'm like super quiet and I don't know who I am, because it definitely changes up.
Okay.
I think when I complain, I'm trying to like be funny or something. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, it's not like from the heart, like a constant.
I don't feel bad for myself at all. Like I feel
really.
Not
Sometimes
at all.
I'm just alone in my apartment complaining to myself.
Do you talk out loud?
Yeah, I'll just be like alone in my apartment out loud, like, I'm tired.
Okay, yeah, like a baby.
Yeah.
I think it's okay when you're alone.
You're like, as long as no one can hear you, it's
yeah, you're
fine.
not putting it on somebody.
Right, except the dog, but he really doesn't mind.
He doesn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't really complain to. Let me take that back. Here's what I complain about: temperature.
Yeah.
I complain about that a lot.
Yeah.
I used to complain about hunger, and I don't really anymore.
Okay.
Because I would start fasting and stuff, and then I was like, oh, it's not that bad. Mm-hmm. But when you're younger and you miss like 10 minutes, 10 minutes go by, you're late for food. It's like it seemed like a disaster. I'm spoiled. I've been spoiled.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you spoiled by?
Well, it's just I don't have a boss, and I haven't for decades now, and so I just think I can lay down whenever, at any moment. If I feel at all like I should lay down, I lay down.
I love that.
So most of my day, I'm like on my couch. I'm like this, and it's just a spoiled. And then you can get food whenever you want. And
so many things about you intrigue me.
Okay, shoot.
Let's talk about Craig.
Okay.
Where did he come from?
I've actually talked about this with a therapist.
Really?
Because I've been doing that character since I can remember. There's pictures of me doing that character when I was like 7 years old.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, so you talked about Craig and therapy. So since you can remember, do you think you introduced Craig first in relationships? Like, you know how people have baby talk, you had Craig talk?
No, I've had people ask me to do that.
In the bedroom?
Yeah.
Did you?
No. I mean, for a second I did with one girl, but I didn't feel comfortable with that.
Was she special?
In a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I've like always kind of done that. And I don't know why.
I get that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the part of yourself that you didn't feel like was.
Yeah, I really feel like I don't really know who I am a lot of the time. And I think a lot of us are kind of like that, but you don't really notice. And I don't know. I feel comfortable. I think I do characters and impressions because I'm like comfortable going somewhere else with whatever. But then with the podcast, it's like the opposite. Like I'm asked to do what I'm totally not comfortable with all the time. Is like, in social media and stuff like that.
Well, actually, I was walking to the stand the other night and I was thinking about that term of like finding yourself and how that kind of stops when you hit like 30. There are no movies about like a 30-year-old finding themselves really.
Yeah.
Like it's only really a coming of age thing.
Yeah.
But then does anyone ever really like find themselves or know themselves, or they just kind of like get stuck in their ways and that's like what happens?
Yeah. I had this, they had this camera that they showed me where they can render deep fakes on you instantly. There's no render time.
Yeah.
And they were just putting different faces on me. And it was so crazy because they put the Superman guy's face on me,
Yeah.
And I immediately, without thinking about it, I stood up straight and my shoulders went back. And they put like Pee Wee Herman. And I realized your personality comes from like, part of it comes from your face. And just, you think you're this person, but really if your face was a little different, you'd be saying you were a different person. And identity, it's so powerful. It's just interesting that it's like kind of given to us. We assume we're this one thing.
Yeah.
But I think we easily could just, and once you set your identity, you're like for the rest of your life, you just follow that out.
Right.
So
as someone that does impressions, like, has that been like a comfort that you can kind of fall into these impressions, or you're so good at them?
Thank you. I actually stopped doing them for a while. I was, when I first started doing stand-up, no one did impressions. And I played the guitar and like wrote some songs and stuff. And
I can see that.
my manager was like, get rid of the guitar and don't do impressions. Because everyone made money talking about themselves and like their family, which is not like my thing.
Yeah.
So for like years, I was doing not my thing because they're like, that's how you get a deal or whatever and make money. So I just did that, but it was the wrong road for me.
What do you mean?
I should have been, not that I blame my managers, and I didn't know, but you should do what you're good at.
Yeah.
And not think about like how someone else got their thing.
Yes.
And I didn't do that. I was just, I went to college and they don't tell you how to make money.
No.
And then you get to, and I was in an improv group for like 3 years and I was like, oh, there's no money in this.
Yeah.
After like 3 years. And then I started panicking. I was like, oh, people who do stand-up make money. So then I started doing that.
Right.
And then they sort of took me away from doing impressions and stuff. And were like,
Interesting.
go talk about it. I don't really want it. Like I don't really have a drive to, hey, here's my story. It's not like something that I care to tell or think is very interesting. It might be in some way, but I don't know. It seems pretty boring.
I don't know. I mean, I just feel like the parts of yourself that you feel the most driven to express in whatever way are what's going to come across as the most interesting, because you're going to be the most excited to express it in that way.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't know. I mean, obviously, I like the things that are the most. I like your tap dancing bit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
It could be because I like tap dancing.
Did you tap dance?
I did tap dance for a while.
Okay, you're really good. Wow, you're probably pretty good.
I'm not good, but I was really annoying about tap dancing.
Did you like it?
I did like it.
Why'd you stop?
Because it's kind of like, what context can you really continue just tap dancing and not doing anything else in that world?
Yeah, it is limiting.
It is, yeah.
Because you're just banging. You're making noise with your feet.
I feel like I'd be sitting in class just being like,
yeah.
And it's just like, really, I was already unlikable, so that just did not contribute to.
You were unlikable?
Yeah.
In what way? We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Were you loud?
Okay, at first I was really loud. I was like really like loud, smiley, happy.
Yeah.
And then I went to high school and everyone was like, no, that's not good.
God,
so I was.
Yeah, you get that message.
I was really, really sad and quiet.
I did that.
Yeah.
It's such a important time, like, I don't know, 8 to 13 or something. And yeah, I remember being on a bus and doing like all these like impressions of teachers and then looking back, and I was alone and it was like crazy. And then the shame I felt when I saw people were like looking at me, and then I was like real quiet for like a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
When do you feel like you broke through that like self-consciousness layer?
I haven't.
Really?
No.
See, I feel like my whole life I wanted to be like a performer. Like when I was a kid, I made like fake tickets for my parents. I'd make them like watch me put on shows, and I like knew I wanted to be a performer. And then I went to high school and I was like really made fun of to a point where like I felt this like layer of self-consciousness that I feel like I'm still almost working to undo. And it's like, it's weird. I feel like I'm still working to undo a layer of self-consciousness that was given to me 10 years ago from children.
It's hard to get rid of.
It's like, why?
Yeah.
But do you feel similarly at all?
Yeah, big time. Like I felt, well, I was a little different where I didn't want to perform and I was pushed to perform.
Really?
Yeah.
Your parents wanted you to perform?
Well, not my dad really, and my mom wasn't pushing hard, but like, yeah, I was sort of like guided into like performing, and then in grade school and stuff, like the popular kids I wouldn't be able to sit at the table for lunch unless I did an impression.
Really?
Things. And so when people ask me to do impressions or something, it's still like a childhood thing.
Wow.
It's weird. And then there's sometimes I really like it, but a lot of times like even stand up, like I don't feel like people looking at me or going on stage. Like, I kind of like making videos better where I have like more control and I make something and then I find myself like doing less stand up.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I don't have. There's times when I did really want to get on stage, but I like for a while I haven't really felt that. But I'm sure if I left for a year, I'd want to get back.
Then you'd feel like bitch. Do you prefer like writing and sketches?
Yeah, I like making stuff with other people. That's why stand up isn't quite a fit. Just like alone writing a monologue, I'm sort of like, in your head, you can spin and think something's funny. But when you're with somebody, you can immediately go like, oh, they're laughing or they're not laughing, and sort of guide where you're going with something.
Right.
Like I've written full songs and then like done them and gone like, oh, that's not funny at all. Once I did it with somebody else, I was just off.
Right. That's so interesting. So like since you were a kid, people have been like motivating. What do you think it was about you that people were like, you are?
I don't know. I honestly don't. I don't get it. And I look back and I mean, when I was in 8th grade, these popular girls were like, we decided you're going to get class clown. The popular girls decide. And I was like, okay, but I didn't really know what was funny. Like I honestly wasn't really, I think I was like tiny and something was funny about me or something. I mean, I did impressions or whatever, and people kind of knew I did impressions of whatever. But then this kid, Scott Chapman, before school starts in the lobby, the whole 8th grade's there, and he comes up to me, and this is the bully, like this big fucking kid, and he goes, "You're not funny," because he heard I was gonna get funniest or whatever. And I was like, I know, and I'm like, you're funny. I was trying to like make him feel good because I was gonna get beat up. And then everyone started surrounding us, like we were gonna have like a funny fight, like who's funnier. And I had no interest. And then I got it was class clown, which like really hit me bad. Now I can look back and be like, that's nice, whatever. What's that?
Did you get it?
Yeah, but I was very upset about. No, I didn't want it. And clown. You're at that age where you want to be cool and liked by girls. And it was like, I just realized, oh, I'm like this tiny clown. And that really made me like get quiet for a while. What a sad story. Anyway, what's going on in Hamas? Whenever I tell my sad stories, I'm like, it's not that bad.
No, it's, I mean,
it's fine.
It's hard to, you can always put things in perspective, but then.
They found out like I cried or whatever, and they changed it to best personality.
Really?
Yeah, they changed.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. The school board.
I would have loved to class clown. I would have loved anything.
Yeah, I don't know why I wasn't like, that's great. I wasn't though.
I get it though. So you want to be like best eyes.
Yeah, sexiest smile.
Yeah.
That's what I was going for.
I really would have gone out with anyone when I was in high school or middle school. Just anyone.
You would have gone out with anyone?
Yeah, it just was impossible for me.
Were you trying?
Yes, it was impossible.
What was happening?
I don't know. Like there was this kid, his name was Matthew Chu. He would eat the skin on his fingers.
And his name was Chu?
Yeah. It was a very like, I went to school like in Flushing in middle school. It was very.
I grew up here.
He would eat I sat next to him. He'd eat the skin off his fingers. His fingers
disgusting.
Looked crazy. Loved handball. I was like him. Even him will be fine. No.
But were you sitting there quietly hoping it would happen, or were you actively going, hey, will you go out with you?
I would chat. Hey, how's it going? There was one guy, I got him a hamster.
That's nice.
And it's still nothing.
Jeez. I mean, what do you think it was?
He didn't like the hamster? I don't know.
Maybe they were intimidated?
No. I think I was just like really.
Did you look weird when you were 12?
I don't know. I think I was like really awkward and like I don't know. I was just too smiley. Maybe.
I don't know. I'd like to see pictures. See what's going on there.
I don't know what was going on, but it was.
I was the same.
Terrible.
There was no girlfriend until I was out of college. It was my first like serious girlfriend. Was out of college.
Yeah.
Well out.
I started feeling like people would only like want to be friends with me or like only want me around if they could have sex with me. It's sad.
Yeah, that doesn't feel good.
Yeah, but then I was like, all right.
I just think about that because that's not ever been a thing for me.
Yeah. I guess because men, it doesn't work that way.
No, now that I think about it, a group of women were like, we don't want to hang out with you to have sex with us. That has happened. That is a weird thing probably to feel like that's your worth and then that they're going to hang out with you just because of that.
Yeah, but that's how I kind of felt in high school a little bit. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, high school is just,
it's brutal.
I mean, middle school, how do you get, no one gets out of there alive.
How do you get out of, you don't, and then you hold on to it forever.
Yeah,
and then
shapes everything.
But then it's like, you got to get over it. Anyway.
I mean, do we, I really think we're very much.
Everyone's still a child.
Way more programmed and on a robot path than we have the illusion.
Tell me more.
Well, we just like have this illusion that we're in control, we're making decisions. But I really think the subconscious is doing 90-something%.
That's so relaxing, though, because I operate on such a high frequency of anxiety. And if I just understood that, you don't have control anyway, so just chill the fuck out, that'd be nice.
You can actually check into it, and it there's like books on this, but like you don't think your thoughts. They like just pop in your head, then you react to them, but you're not thinking your thoughts,
So you've been doing stand-up for a while.
Yeah.
What is that like? I mean, there's so many people that come in, they come out. You've had to see the same people so many times. You've probably dated comics, then broke up with them. They're still around. Like, you've had to be in this world what does this feel like?
Well, I went to LA. So I was here first, and then I went to LA. And then in LA, I didn't do stand-up a lot till like the past, till like 2019. I started doing it more regularly again. And then I'm back here.
Really?
So I wasn't really like
you weren't in the stand-up
that hard. Yeah.
Okay.
I would come in and out of it. LA's different. The stand-up hangout. I don't like it as much.
Yeah.
It feels a little more like anxious or something.
What do you mean?
Is that my phone?
It's your imagination.
I'm having a stroke. It's better, even just like the olive tree. Like, there's just better.
I mean, the stand-ups are better here, in my opinion, but.
Yeah, they're better.
But, okay, interesting. So, no comments there.
Well, know what?
I don't know.
I got so distracted by my phone. What?
It's okay. Doing stand-up for so long, do you feel like your act has really changed?
No, I mean, like I said, I write way more. I barely write. I don't think I ever sit down and write stand-up. I'm on the stage and I have a kind of an idea, but I don't even consider myself like this seasoned stand-up. It's just always kind of been, I can do that, but I really like to make scenes and have like a character thing or a sketch thing. Like that to me, I like writing that and I just naturally do that. Even like, I don't know. I think there's probably a way to do it, but I just, it's great, but it isn't a perfect fit. That's all.
What was it like for you when Craig made it to Reno 911?
It was funny. I just, I had done it on like other things. I was on a sketch show on Fox like a year before that.
Yeah.
And it was like, I was like, oh, cool. I can get this character on TV finally, because I didn't like the Groundlings and stuff, and I've been doing it for a lot of time. And it literally, they were like, this is your episode, I had a couple of things that I'd written in the show, and Craig walked into this like lunchroom and he was like, what's going on, you guys? And then literally shock and awe started, the Iraq War. Like every TV channel was like, gunk. And I was like, and then they canceled the show. It was just like that disappeared. So then, I auditioned for that show, and it was, they just said, come in with a character and you either committed a crime or are a victim.
Oh,
so
wow.
I was just like a victim of a crime.
I love the marriage scene, though.
Yeah, the only thing about that, they're so nice and funny, but they gave me no prep. And I would always leave like, oh, we could have done this or this.
Right.
Like they literally would go, okay, there's a nail file on the cake, and like she's giving you the cake and because it's your birthday. 4, 3, and I'd be like, what's going? And it was like that, like literally, and I just would like leave. I go, oh, we could have done that. It was like that kind of thing.
Right,
I always felt like, when I watched that, like,
yeah, all the things.
I don't know why they didn't just give me
a little bit in advance.
Just the night before, like, here's an email.
Probably just like lack of organization.
I just were like, whatever, it'll be fine. Yeah, we did some takes like so many times. Like I don't know if you remember the foot in the fridge scene. I don't know if you know that thing, but like anyway, it just wasn't working. There was like no ending to this episode. And then just one take, I just said something really horrendous and then just used that. But,
were you happy with that or no?
Yeah, that was fun. But it was a little unnerving, just a little bit.
Was there like a point in your career where you were like, all right, things are going well.
No.
Like, this is it. I made it. It's good.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
There's like no pivotal moment where you're like, all right, I feel secure.
No.
No?
No. There's been moments, you know?
Okay.
There's been a few times.
Yeah,
there have been a few moments, but they're definitely short. You know, they were quickly turned or ended or something.
Right.
But I'm not mad about it or that upset because if something big happened and then now I went down from there, I think I'd feel like, oh, that was, and I still feel like I'm trying to do something which I like. Like I'm still trying to like I'm working on stuff now. Yeah. And there's something I still feel like underdoggy about it all.
Yeah. Well, no, I feel like you got a lot going on.
I do like what I'm doing now. I enjoy.
I like the sketches a lot.
Creating stuff. Thank you.
So, what's the best advice you've ever received, Kyle?
I thought about this.
Yes.
And I don't follow this advice.
That's fine.
Like I'm not here preaching, but I think this is really good advice.
Okay.
It's a 3-part, but you need all 3 parts. The first is good. It's the first thing, just good. Whenever something happens that seems like, oh, that's bad, just go good and say it out loud. Oh, good. Because automatically your brain figures out what's good about it. Like, oh, that show got canceled. Oh, good. And your brain will go, oh, I can work on that other thing.
Okay.
Or it's a hack to make yourself stay positive. Just go, good.
I like this. Okay, good.
Oh, good.
What about like my dad died?
Good. Like he had a good life and like he's not in pain anymore. And you just start to do the things that your brain will just figure it out. It's more like your subconscious again. Just like give it, I think our job is really to give it just like advice and imagery.
Okay.
Because that's the second part is you have to imagine what you want your life to be. And
also he didn't, so that was just
thank
superstitious.
God.
Yeah.
Mine did.
Okay, so we just take a positive
a long time ago.
Spin on
Good, it was a long time ago.
Good,
I was young.
Good.
That's good.
That's good.
So the other thing is imagining very clearly. This is really your only job, is to imagine what you want in your life, like how you want it to be, what you want to be doing. Wow. The more specific, the better. Okay. And it's not magic, the secret, which maybe that's a thing, but you don't even need that. It's just I've been in situations where they were bigger than I thought too quick. And I like subconsciously found a way to fuck it all up because it was uncomfortable. But if you imagine you're there doing that thing, whatever it is, when you get there, if it pops up, you'll be comfortable because your identity is, people will do anything to like keep that identity. You're comfortable with it. And if it's outside that, you'll just like subconsciously screw it up. You just, because you're uncomfortable. Right. You're trying to feel better. So if you imagine it and be very clear, once you're there, you'll be relaxed. Like this is, I already been here kind of thing.
So can you give me an example? So like, for
fuck
example,
up or I thought, I got one where I imagined it and I was like really comfortable.
Yeah.
And then another where I fucked it up.
Kind of like you would imagine a success in advance, and then when you get it, you don't fuck it up because you already imagined it. Yeah,
and you also just, if you just keep it with you, like even when you meet people and your subconscious really does a lot, like you'll know like, oh, this would be a good person to partner with that thing I'm thinking about. And if you're not imagining that, and you'll be like, make friends and have a coffee day or whatever, you'll kind of make things happen and connect. But if you're like, oh, this person's bigger than me, they're further along and I don't belong, then you like don't make the coffee date. You just like little butterfly effect stuff happens.
Right.
That's There's like only good stuff. You just imagine like how you want and the people you want in your life, stuff like that.
Little tricks of avoiding negative self-talk, I guess.
Yeah, and again, I'm not preaching. I don't do this often enough. I've done it a few times, but
no, I
generally
this.
Don't do it.
Wow, this is good advice.
I've actually written this down and I put it on my door because I was like, yeah, I need to remember this.
Wow.
So getting help with Natalie here.
Wow, help with Kyle.
Yeah. So those two.
What's number 3? Okay, so first.
So what I did was one time.
Yeah.
I got into like the Artie chair and Howard Stern. That like brought me in to like be on that, and it was I just grew up with him, and it was too big. And
I watched you on Howard Stern.
Oh God.
This morning.
Huh?
Well, no, I was just like looking you up because you're coming in.
This is the biggest
I watched
nightmare.
so many videos of you today.
This is a nightmare.
If it makes you feel better, I was on the toilet.
Okay, that's better. That's better.
But nothing came out. Okay.
He wants to. No, it's okay. He wants to. No, you had no friends.
What? No friends?
You couldn't get a boyfriend. You said when you were 13.
Yeah. Why?
You just told me you were in the toilet. So anyway, he always wants to know like who I date. You know, it's his thing.
Yeah, he brought up both people that you dated.
Yeah, I just didn't want. And by the way, one of them I didn't even date. But anyway, go to a separate thing. But it's just like that became just number one Google. If anyone's like wants to date me or like I'm going on, they Google me. Like it's like the first 1,000 things
that they say to
that
you?
I was basically homeless living with an ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, I thought
which wasn't true.
When I first saw that, I thought that you were making like a really funny joke. I was like, that's hilarious that you would just say that. You're like, yeah, I'm actually living with her right now as a joke. Yeah. I'm like, that's a really funny joke.
Yeah. No, this is a person had the whole top level of a building.
Yeah.
It wasn't like an apartment. Yeah. And she asked me to write for her next show, and I was like, no, I'm in LA, and I was doing some stuff, and she's like, just come for a few weeks. I was like, a few weeks writing on the show, and I'm like, it's so expensive. She's like, just live. We have a whole upper floor. There's a separate elevator, this and that. And I was like, all right. And my mother lives in Connecticut, so I was like, if it's bad, I can just go. So that was a situation. She's a family. Yeah. It wasn't like I was going to live with an ex. But anyway, it came out like it got picked up, and now they took like a picture of me when I was on Instagram getting my hair cut. So my hair's crazy, and it's just like homeless comedian moves in with ex-girlfriend. And we weren't even boyfriend and girlfriend ever. It just was a whole thing that was like, I was just so regretting going on Howard Stern. It never helped me. It only like hurt me. Yeah. And they've asked me to do the show again. I just don't want to. It doesn't help. Really? It just.
Yeah, I feel like it's not. How could you have changed that in retrospect? Like, what would you have even done? There's nothing you could have said.
I know, because you don't want to be like, I don't want to talk about something or.
I mean, it was really him that was like.
I know that's what's interesting.
No
I guess.
Bad press. All press is.
I don't know if that's true.
I mean, it's not really the worst thing if people are like on a date with you, like, well, so you've dated the 2 biggest female comedians. How is that?
Well, it seems like I was homeless in the thing.
It doesn't seem. Well,
a little bit. Anyway, it's fine. Listen, Hamas, what's going on over there? Everything's fine. It's not a big deal. But it is like top 1,000 Googles, and that's kind of annoying.
It's not top. Forever. I mean, no, I honestly. But I don't see what you would have done there, like in that situation.
I know you want to be, make him happy and not be like, I don't want to talk about that.
I thought you were making a joke when I saw it. I was like, that's so funny.
Yeah.
But then you went further and I was like, he really is.
Yeah, I should have just made it a joke and lied.
It would have been a really funny joke.
That's what we're talking about. Like, I just don't want I just don't want to talk about. I'd rather just
your
do a character life. And
But there's nothing really that embarrassing.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It is fine.
You're so uncomfortable about it. You don't need to. Yeah.
It's fine. No, it is fine.
But I understand it's like your personal life's not like your career. You're like, I've worked so hard to cultivate like my career, my art, my work, my portfolio. It's like, why is this what would be focused on?
Well, it's like just people find you by Googling and they see your stuff and you want your like good stuff to come up first. And I know when people search for me or hear about me and look up, they don't see my best stuff. Yeah. They see a lot of weird stuff. And then I'm like...
Same.
What can we do? We could probably hire someone for like 10 grand to like fix it.
I don't know, man.
No.
It's really tough. But was there a third piece of your advice?
Yeah.
What was it?
So far, it's really good though, right?
It is good.
Oh, I didn't tell you like what I did. So one thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so that.
Okay, now I feel the energy coming into Kyle.
Okay, start from here.
Okay. Welcome to Help with Natalie Cuomo. I'm here with the amazing Kyle Dunnigan.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on. I've been dying to speak with you.
Oh my God, me too.
Kyle, it's a pleasure.
This is I had got an audition.
Yeah.
For something I wasn't prepared for.
Okay.
And I just got shattered. It was just like too big. I didn't imagine the thing, you know.
That's like me tomorrow. I have an audition for a mayonnaise commercial and I'm feeling fat. I don't know what to do.
What?
Continue.
You have a mayonnaise commercial audition tomorrow? Is it a callback? No?
No.
It's the first one? I'm sure you're going to do great.
I have no lines. I just have to dress as this. It's
someone
the commercial
who loves
is
mayonnaise?
sexy mayonnaise.
Okay.
But I didn't mean to interrupt. Please.
No. I hope this isn't a boring story.
No.
I was in college and I really like Billy Joel. Like he's like my favorite. And this girl was like, "Hey, you want to go see Billy Joel? 9th row seats." And I was like, "Yes." And I was so excited because I was like, I'm gonna jump on the stage.
Ooh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I really imagined it. And I had that lucid dream when you're waking up and you're like, was that real? You know? And so then like a few weeks later, she's like, "I'm going with my other friend." And she took him away. And I was like, "You fucking bitch." But then like that summer, he came to like New York and it was at Yankee Stadium. And me and my friends went, like 9 of us. And it was last, like second to last row seats, like way back. Like he was singing Uptown Girl and like Piano Man was hitting us by that time. It was just like, it wasn't matching up. And I'm like, this sucks. So I'm like, let's sneak down.
Yeah.
And they all got caught right away. I kept getting pointed to where I wanted to go. And I snuck past like 10 guard stations with my ticket that said tier on it. And then I walked right to the front of the stage and then everyone rushed. And I was like, I'm going to jump on stage. I'd already imagined it. You know what I mean?
You did it?
So yeah, so then I was a little scared. And then I was like, to this girl, I was like, "Hey, you want to jump on stage with me?" And she was like, "No, I'm a Scary Mary," which I never heard that before.
Scary Mary.
Yeah. And then, but then I did, yeah.
So.
All right. So that, you're like, why did you tell the story? So.
And also, that wasn't the first story you were going to tell. You were going to tell about auditioning for something you didn't feel you deserved. And for some reason, me interrupting about the mayonnaise story made you switch gears to the story.
This is a thing of like imagining a thing. So,
but I do want to hear the original story as well. And I apologize for interrupting about the mayonnaise story.
No, that's all right. And I'm sure people are invested. Like, we need to know what happens with this.
We need to know everything about about you.
Like, well, we need to know like what happens with the mayonnaise audition.
Oh, too. No. I'm not getting it. I've never gotten anything.
Oh, yeah. When I look back, I'm like, why did I ever go and learn all those lines?
No, this is ridiculous.
Things?
I've never gotten a single audition. I never will. But please.
No, you will. If you imagine it.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like I'm talking about this a lot, and I've turned into like a guru.
Please.
But this sketch show I guest starred on, and then I just was watching them rehearse their bows.
Yeah.
You know? And I saw myself bowing with them like so hard. It reminded me of the Billy Joel thing. I'm like, this feels like that. And it was like years later. And then a couple months later, they're like, "Hey, they're looking for a white guy for this show." Like it was like a In Living Color kind of sketch show. I'm like, we need a white guy.
Uh-huh.
So I went in there and it was so many auditions. It was like I kept getting like called back and I would write new stuff for the thing. And it was arduous. And then one audition, the main guy, it was Cedric the Entertainer's thing.
Uh-huh.
And in the middle of this like thing I was doing, he took a phone call and it wasn't even important. I was like one of his bros. But I was just so comfortable the whole way through. And it was very jarring, the whole audition thing. And I got that and I was bowing with them like a few months later in that thing that I'd imagined.
Wow.
But if I hadn't really felt like I was already there, all those little bumps. I'm getting a phone call. I could have like in my head gone really insecure.
Right.
But it helped me just to like see it ahead of time.
You imagined it and like believed that it was yours.
Yeah. Now there's only 2 stories that I have.
So what's the third piece of advice? Part 3.
You have to check in. Well, make it a habit. You have to make both those things habits. The good,
envision,
and imagining it, and make those like a habit.
I got to do this, yeah.
And if they don't become a habit, you go, okay, I'm not doing it. A week went by, I did it just once. Then you got to go deep into your identity, because something about it is bumping against what you imagine your identity is. We talked about that earlier. Your identity is bullshit. It could be just like your bone structure is making you feel like you're this thing.
Okay.
It's nothing to do. You could change it.
Okay.
You were given your identity.
Okay.
Natalie, you were given it. You can now like pick.
Okay.
Try to, if you want to change some of it.
Yeah.
You're not violating you. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't exist.
Yeah.
Negative, but it's not.
No. We're getting very existential here.
Yes. So then you have to go like, what is it? What am I hanging on to if I think I'm this person? And then just try to go, okay, I was given that. That's not necessarily who I am. I can change, or I can have these good things in my life. That's okay. And then just keep massaging that until you can make these things a habit. Again, I don't do this.
Wait, so I'm just trying to understand the third one, because I do get the first and the second, and I feel like you're a bucket of knowledge.
Yes, I feel that. Yes, that's
But I'm
accurate.
trying to understand the third one.
Third one is just a habit. Now, if they're not habits, you need to do this third step.
Which is what?
You need to see what about your identity about yourself is bumping up against you not doing this. Okay, let's say get something in your head that you imagine you want. Just imagine that, and you're just not making it just a 10-minute a day when you wake up. Why aren't you doing that? What is it about you that feels like you don't deserve it, or you're about it bumps up against your identity of yourself,
right?
And just start to massage that as like, is that true? It's not necessarily true, because you got to get rid of that,
right?
Because it'll keep stopping you from imagining that thing.
Okay.
I love that I'm giving this advice that I don't do.
No, let me ask you this question then, since I feel like you're a guru at this point.
Basically, yeah.
What about like the fear of the unknown?
What about it?
Do you ever just get scared, like you walk out your house any day, you travel anywhere, you could just die at any moment? Does that ever freak you out?
Sometimes.
Not really?
Not like, oh my God, my heart might stop, because it's crazy. It just keeps going.
Yeah.
But
no, so it doesn't, like, just the unknown doesn't freak you out like that.
Like you have general anxiety. Is that what that is?
Yeah, like I just think of like this is not.
So it's like you think you might just die suddenly?
No, just like due to circumstances, like, get hit by a car, just like a random shooter happens to be in the mall you're performing in, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're just like, that. Too bad I picked this weekend instead of that weekend because this guy decided to come to the mall that day.
You know what I say to myself when I think those things? I've had a good run. That helps me.
You feel that you've had a good run?
Yeah, I say that. I go like,
you've done enough.
Yeah, like when I'm on a plane, it's kind of the same thing. Like, this might crash. I just think I've had a good run.
Really?
That makes me feel better about getting suddenly killed.
You feel that you had a good run?
Yeah, I mean, I can't complain. Yeah.
Okay.
I had a good run.
I feel like I'm young. Like I feel like you're young too.
Young.
But
No, you are legit young. I guess you can't say because you're too young to have a good. I mean, 28 is actually kind of old for like old timey. If you think in the Iron Age, you've had a good run.
I guess I just feel like there's more I want to accomplish, but yeah, I guess it was a good run.
Yeah, no, that's bad advice for you. You're too young for I have a good run. That's too young.
No, okay. If you could have like another sentence I could repeat in my head.
What did I do? I did have more anxiety when I was younger for sure.
Okay.
Thought I was going to die a lot. Numbers. That's your key.
No.
Math is your friend. Statistics. You know what I mean? What are the odds of this happening? Go to the math of it, because it's probably 0.001%. You'll most likely die in your bathroom.
Really? My bathroom?
Way more than shot in a mall.
Okay.
Like way more. You're going to die in your bathroom.
Car.
Yeah, bathroom and car. My father always said there's no monsters, just cars.
Really?
When I was like 5 years old. I was
No
like,
monsters, just cars.
Yeah.
And that, wow.
And it stuck with me.
What did he mean?
He would tell me advice way before I needed it, but it stuck in my head because it was so weird. He would also go, take care of your feet.
What did he mean by that?
What?
Why?
Yeah, like it's like earworms he'd send me.
What do you mean take care of your feet? Did he know that feet were going to be so big?
He just knew about
Do you have a wiki feet?
No, you do?
Sadly.
Although, wouldn't you be upset if you didn't have one?
Yeah, I'd be like, so you guys don't care about my fucking feet?
Yeah. Feet fetish is really interesting to me because I don't get it.
No.
I don't get it.
No one's ever cared about my feet.
You have a wiki feet.
Well, yeah, no one I've been with has ever been like, let me, explore those toes.
Yeah, I don't know how that gets linked up, but it's probably the same thing that the first awakening sexually sticks with you forever. I mean, I think we know certain people who they have some kind of fetish that sort of plagues them.
Okay.
And it was probably the first time that they were awakened sexually. Because that links up real hard. Like the first time I was like, I was like dancing with this girl in 8th grade and her hips were a little wider than mine. And that like clicked in my head.
Huh.
And and then I had a problem. Like I had to get off the dance floor. But years later, like I could not dance with a girl without having like a problem, if that makes sense.
What do you mean problem? Wow.
Problem.
Okay.
Like wedding pants they don't keep things in.
Yeah.
I didn't know this girl really at all. And we were like talking and dancing. And then a slow song came on. So we started slow dancing. And immediately, like I touched her hips and immediately I was like, oh no. And her mother and my mother were watching. It's like how cute they're dancing. And I don't know this girl at all. And I have to be like, I'm so sorry. I figured she probably knew already. This is an embarrassing story. But I was not going to walk back to my mother. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
No. So I'm like, you have to help me off this dance floor. I'm so sorry. And she was laughing. She's cool about it.
She was flattered.
Yeah. Yeah, she was. Because she invited me to this party.
Did you tell her it was because she had wide hips?
They weren't like, she didn't have birthing hips. They just were like normal.
Childbearing hips.
Yeah, they just were like normal. But anyway, she invited me to this party. And then that was another humiliating story. But
are you a party person?
No.
No.
It's not. No.
Have you always not been or?
Yeah. I've always felt like I'm watching a party.
Yeah.
I'm here watching a party.
I've always felt like I found like the one person that wasn't enjoying the party and talked to them.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not a fun way to be.
Yeah. It's like I feel like I have to like overperform at a party or totally disappear. There's like no normal. Oh, I was at the party and it was normal.
Yeah.
I was just a normal person who talked to
I've
people.
never overperformed at a party. What is that like?
I mean, I haven't in a while, but when I was younger, I actually can't even really think of a specific example, but I think I would like be more exaggerated or like real shy.
So when you do like your envisioning your number 2 advice.
I don't do this, but this is great advice. I don't do it though. I've done it a couple. The 2 times I did it, it worked out. That's why I'm like, I think I should do this
manifestation.
More.
So what would you do? Like, what is the dream?
But it also is not, and I will get to that. It's not even just like the magic of the secret manifestation. It's like you will be comfortable and your subconscious will make you with the right friends. It'll make you do all these things the right way.
Yeah.
And you won't sabotage when it pops up. You'll be comfortable. There's no magic like even needed. It's still like a good thing to do.
No magic necessary.
Yeah.
So what would it be?
What am I imagining?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to win a Grammy Award.
Okay.
Which makes no sense.
Until it happens.
It already did. What if I win a Grammy? That'd be really cool. Will you have me back on to talk about it?
I'd love to.
That'd be great.
You won an Emmy?
Mm-hmm.
For?
A song, actually. That's why I could win a Grammy.
For?
Girl, You Don't Need Makeup. Girl, You Don't Need Makeup.
So let me ask you, Kyle, how do you feel about tarot cards?
I love them. I mean, I don't get them. Whenever someone does them to me, it seems like nice. It seems like bad. Like there's like a skeleton with a sword through its head. And they're like, no, it's good. It means change. I'm like, that doesn't look good, but.
Well, we'll find out. Although,
are you good at this? Do you know what you're doing?
Sometimes, I mean, I want to sit here all day and ask you about your mother, if I'm being honest. I really want to get to the bottom of this.
I mean, I have questions about your mother, too.
I mean, my dad's really who you should be asking about. I'm kidding, but...
Oh. That's, it's one or the other usually.
I'd love for you to shuffle the deck. Thank you.
You play cards like poker?
No, I don't.
Ooh, I got into that for a while.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I feel like most comics have a phase.
There's something about it that is... I like that it's a lot of math and storytelling and reading people. And it just completely gobbles up my mind where I love it like that. But I don't do it much
Texas
anymore.
Hold'em or Blackjack?
Yeah, Texas Hold'em mostly.
Yeah.
But it's a waste of time.
So sometimes I can read the cards. Sometimes I got to look at the book. Just FYI.
Oh, okay. But you know some of them.
Some of them I know. Some of them I'm at a loss.
I don't want you to misread and then give me bad advice.
No, I won't. We're going to do a past, present, future reading.
I'm also curious.
Why?
Just if you have this talent, if you are a witch. I suspect.
Do you think I'm a witch?
You would be burned if you were back in that time when they burned people. They would probably burn you.
Yeah, they would burn me for sure.
I would report you.
You'd report me?
Yeah, I mean it was back then when we thought witches were.
Why would you report me?
Because that's what I would. If they were like, are there any witches? In this town, I'd be like, I do know someone who I think might be.
What
if there is
fuck?
one.
You wouldn't even gain anything from reporting me. You would just do it. It's not like you'd be like $1,000 if you report a witch.
No, it'd be for the better, just to get the witches out of our town.
You don't want witches in the town?
No.
You're getting
no.
You're getting a free tarot reading. This is enough shuffling.
You said it's not good when you're nervous. So I'm trying to do it when I'm not nervous.
Wait,
good. You tell. Oh. Mm-hmm. Will you tell people when to stop shuffling? That doesn't seem like a good thing to do.
I won't tell people when to stop shuffling. You shuffle away.
I'm not done.
Shuffle away, Kyle. Put your feelings in there. Think about Billy Joel, Mama, tap dancing.
Oh, damn it. That's good. We both tap dance. That's something.
What's your favorite tap dancing step?
Ooh.
I like the shuffle off to Buffalo.
I was going to say that. I swear to God. That's the only one I know. I only know two.
You were not going to say that.
I only know two, though, so it's not
what else do you know? The time
Shuffle
step?
Buffalo and the time step are the only two I know.
Copying me 100%.
Cramp roll. You know cramp rolls?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah. I keep flipping these. We can edit this down. Me shuffling.
We could, or people would really just enjoy the shuffle.
Good.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to cut this.
I like that.
Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Hold on.
I like that you're really feeling the energy of it. Okay. Beautiful.
Come on, future. All I care about is the future, I guess.
Future. Okay. This is the past.
Oh,
some
there
money
were
in the
trees.
past. Money. Yep.
I didn't grow up with money.
Present.
Oh, there's a tree.
Present wow, you're really getting a lot of money here. This is kind of like the beginning of planting a seed of a redwood.
That is another thing I imagine is too much money.
Oh, the future is horrible. No, I didn't mean for it to come out like that. Kyle, I'm sorry. I pulled this card recently.
What's going to happen? I had a good run.
No, it's good. It's just you had some anxiety.
That is exactly right. This is not good. Eyeballs and swords.
I pulled that card recently.
How is this good? That looks so bad.
I know. I pulled that card for myself, and I really struggled with it.
Tell me, what does that mean?
It's a dark place. To me, it felt like a mental dark place.
It's a dark place.
I pulled this card for myself. I think it was I did a solo episode. Remember when the guy shaved his head so he didn't show up? Mm-hmm. I didn't even say that on my.
Oh,
and then I pulled this card for myself,
and shit.
That's okay.
But now, isn't this bad? Now I'm gonna imagine something dark.
No, I don't think it's.
Are you in your head trying to make this good?
No, I'm not. I think there's some really positive stuff happening.
All right.
We can spin it.
Oh, okay.
In a really good way. I
didn't shuffle long enough. That's the problem.
Can I say another thing? You had a lot of anxiety about your future, and I think that was the one card you cared about. So you kind of.
Let's shuffle again.
Do you really want to redo it?
I was too nervous with my future.
You were nervous about your future. Your past and your present had a lot of financial goodness in it.
I am like a frugal person who invests because I always felt like I was poor for so long that I live like a poor person. But As you know, I live in a closet. I told you.
You did say you live in a closet.
Yeah.
But it's a nicely located closet.
Guess. This feels like cheating, but all right.
I mean, basically the previous...
What was the spin you were going to do to make it seem
Okay, the previous reading would essentially be saying, like, had a lot of money, you're planting a seed in the, you know, a New York seed, poker. And then, you know, you're kind of like maybe feeling in a dark place. I don't know.
I don't feel like I'm in a dark place. I'm in a transition big time, though.
Well, that's the seed, the redwood seed.
Okay.
All right, but like, we're redoing it.
What, like, I could go, like, to France tonight. And there's nothing stopping me from doing anything.
Well, we're redoing it anyway. So, okay, a lot of emotion here. We've got the 9 of Cups. Lots of emotion in the past.
Why? Not really.
Okay, you're such a... All right, I don't know what this one means. We've got the 8 of Wands. And then the future... The Tower. I mean, you're... Okay, so here's the thing. You can't deny the future. I mean...
Tower of Fire and Hell?
So, listen, Kyle, I hate to break this to you, but...
Give it to me straight. Don't sugarcoat it. What is going to happen?
What's going on with you?
What do the cards say?
What's going on with you? Tell me about your life.
All right. Well, to sum up... I'm definitely like a lunatic, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm not, like, I don't think I am, but I must be because, like, this is a very strange life that I live. I get up and I talk to myself at the grocery store. And then, like, I go to the movies by myself. And then I'm, like, writing things that I'm for no reason. Yeah. Most of it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And it just seems crazy.
Yeah.
Like there's no family. There's no that's like the normal thing.
Yeah.
There's no 9 to 5, nothing. There's no, which is I wouldn't want. I've had those jobs. I don't want it, but it's weird. It's definitely weird.
What part are you missing?
I don't feel like I'm missing. Well, community.
Yeah.
You know, like getting up and having a job and you're with people. I'm just like. That. Boof. And it's hard to even get groups together. I'm in a band now though, so it should be
You are?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Bitch Slap. Or maybe Frisk. I haven't decided yet.
So we're going with this reading. I'll be honest. If I'm being honest,
better.
the other reading.
Okay, do the other one. Yeah. All right, so do the other one. I'll get those cards. God damn it. How'd I know? How about this guy? Gay deer.
Oh, the Daughter of Pentacles is lovely. I think we...
Here we go. This was it.
Let's go to the original reading. All right, that guy. This guy. And they're right there.
Yeah, they never got shuffled. All right.
Okay. Woo! Right, let's just go to our original.
What was the other one going to be?
We don't want the Tower in the future. I'll just be honest.
What is the fuck is... It's a lightning bolt knocking down a tree?
All right. Kyle, let's just go with the original.
Yeah. Okay.
This is nice. Okay. Nice reading. Pentacles.
Giant eyeball stabbed with sword.
This is not that big of a deal. This is really not that big of a deal because this is a minor arcana, not the major arcana, which is what we don't want that, which is less energy. Okay. Really not that crazy. We're just going to think about some things, envision, as we say. Right? Okay. Here, we love the past and the present.
I love the trees and the leaves.
The earth. Money is what pentacles are, right? So, okay, we'll look at the book.
But wait a minute. I didn't grow up. I grew up fine, but we didn't grow up rich.
We're thinking about the most, like, recent past, present, future. We're not thinking about, like...
Oh, like, okay.
You're thinking about, like, Kyle's, like, recent times. So, you know, you came from LA. You're the 6 of Pentacles. Your long-awaited fruits were ready for harvesting. You had more wealth than anticipated. It was lovely. You made sure you're generous during this bountiful time. So this card can also signify generosity coming from someone else. If this is the case, accept the help with grace and put the resources to good use. So I feel like that was a nice time you had.
That's nice. Yeah.
That's nice.
I actually am selling my house right now.
Exactly.
It's actually in escrow. Nice. but no, the contractor never got permits for my rental unit. There's a rental unit on the property.
Okay.
And then you're not allowed in the Hollywood Hills to have rental units anymore. You can't convert like your garage. So the permits expired, and now there's like no way to get a permit for it. So I think I have to bulldoze it. Go ahead.
Okay. So that was...
It's up in the air. It might be fine.
Okay, well then we have this. We're bulldozing
the tree.
it, which brings us to the prosperous beginning of bulldozing.
Okay.
The redwood tree. In the center of even the giant redwood tree is a tiny seedling. So it's the energy of the Ace of Pentacles, the seed that takes root, grounding you for the future. You're in the beginning phases of a prosperous venture. Stay grounded, go outside, and take some time to appreciate nature. You may also find a windfall of wealth headed your way. We love that.
Cold. I love that, but it's really cold to be out and walking around.
Yeah, you're walking around.
This is my present?
That's your present, yeah. Good things are coming. There's a seed you're planting in New York City. So you had some good times in LA. Things are good. You're living in Hollywood Hills. Bada bing, bada boom.
And
you plant a seed in New York.
With swords and
Let's figure out. So swords, it can be some conflict, can be a little bit of conflict coming through the air. It's not the favorite card to see. It is a bit of, this happens when we move to New York. We got dark visions. We got anguish. It's a dark card.
Like worms. It's really bad.
But here's the thing. This is like seasonal depression. It's the deep shadows of the self, insomnia, nightmares, worries in the midnight hour. Often these states are accompanied by guilt, despair, or even depression. You're battling with yourself. So turn to others for help. Find joy. Reach out. I think this is just saying, this is just...
You can't even muster like a spin.
To be honest, I think this comes with just like living in New York, to be honest. You can't live here without this...
That's just a New Yorker.
This is a New Yorker. The loneliness, the darkness.
Just maggot, worms, eyeballs.
No, it really
That's
seeps
just New
through.
York, yeah.
It's really not that big of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me you haven't faced this before.
I mean, I feel like this is probably good. Yeah.
It's more of an internal struggle. Every bad thing that happens to you makes you funnier. So.
You think that's true?
Mm-hmm. I tell myself.
Do you love writing stand-up?
I like writing stand-up.
Is that your favorite thing to write?
Yeah. I feel like I spend time thinking I think stand-up is what I'm the best at.
Yeah.
So I like it the best.
Yeah. Do you like writing with other people or no?
No.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I need to write with other people.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I like bouncing my ideas off people if I'm really comfortable with them, but I have such an intense fear of being judged in like a one-on-one situation.
Oh.
So I feel comfortable bringing my ideas to an audience. I feel comfortable bringing my ideas to maybe one person if I feel safe in the space.
Yeah.
But otherwise, if it's hey, I thought of an idea, they're tell me. I'm no.
It is hard to pitch like that.
Especially if someone says that's not funny and it could actually be funny, then I feel like they've shot down my idea forever.
Yeah. That's dangerous. You got the right people.
But I do really like writing stand up. I think that's my favorite.
I should write. I mean, I don't think I spend. If I've been here since July, I would say I spent an hour writing stand up since July.
What have you been writing? Sketches and
songs and stuff.
That's great though.
I think that. Business-wise, it's not the right thing.
I'm upset that I pulled this card for you. You know what? I really think we're going to focus on the middle card. I really want good things for you, Kyle.
This is really going against my whole advice, which is imagine good things.
So yeah, just don't imagine that card. You have the power.
I don't like that at all. I don't like how we drew another one, then it was this thing.
No. We're not even thinking about that. That's fake.
That's even worse?
Let me pull a card for you.
Oh my God.
Kyle.
I don't like that we did this.
Temperance.
The bird and the fire egg.
It's pretty much. I mean, I don't know. What's temperance? What number is it?
10, 14.
Okay. Oh, it's healing. Perfect. Renewal. The great blue heron remains calm and peaceful as she blends the opposing elements of fire and water.
That's yours, though.
No, that's yours. I pulled it for you. I pulled it for you. You find a new sense of healing and balance from bringing a little harmony back into your life. That's nice.
Here's mine. Here's my real one.
All right, let's see.
My future, and we're sticking with this.
Let's see your future.
Oh
no, you didn't shuffle it.
I swear to God I did. Wow. This goes all against my imagine a good future.
No.
Oh, there we go. Jesus bird.
Oh wow, that's good. What's the bottom say?
Judgment.
Yeah, that's good. Forgiveness. Conjures up fear and guilt in many people. However, this card concerns itself with another aspect of the word, seeking the truth. No more blaming yourself, no more excuses. Now is the time for forgiveness and personal freedom.
I do feel do you blame yourself for things?
Yeah, but I could blame myself more.
No, I think I don't think pride or you could blame yourself more.
I don't know.
No?
Maybe not. I don't know. What were you going to say that I could agree with?
Just I don't take pride or blame myself. I try to not do either one.
Okay.
Like I said before, I think we're all kind of robots.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
So I started the artist way. I journaled every day from October 9th.
Wow.
And every single day I wrote 3 pages until 2 days ago. I was like, I can't. I think I need to give my brain a break because I stopped enjoying it in a way. And I'm like, I need to stop writing for 2 days.
Yeah.
And my brain was like, I hate this right now. I was starting to get dreading my thoughts. And I'm like, maybe I need to give my brain a few days to not write.
Yeah.
And then come back to it in a few days. Because I don't want to hate that space.
Yeah.
But I was writing every day, and then I'm like, I was starting to dread it and being like, I don't want to be alone with my thoughts right now in this book.
Did it help?
It helped me so much.
What did it help you with?
It helped me with writing stand-up, actually.
Oh, really?
Because I feel like it helped me a lot in the beginning writing stand-up because I just kind of ramble, and then I'd be like, oh, I want to talk about that on stage. And then I'd ramble about it, and then I'd be like, oh, I could find something funny in that.
Right.
So that helped me, but I think I need to take a few days off and then go back to it in a couple of days just to
I don't know. That sounds like
No, it's not me being lazy, I swear.
Not lazy, but the start of not doing it.
No, I'm going to do it today. I only took yesterday off.
That sounds like a tree with a lightning bolt at the top. That was the card I pulled.
But it all right. I guess I should just continue.
No, I did the same thing, and I had to stop.
It's really hard to just because then you see yourself you're writing really big font, and you're just like, I don't want to do this.
That's so fun. It does get like that where you just can't.
You're just like, I don't want to be with my thoughts right now.
People just can journal. Taylor Swift, I think, just always just keeps writing her ideas since she was 10 years old. People just journal every day. Some people just do that.
I have the funniest journals from when I was a kid and just the most ridiculous things. I actually have a really funny journal entry from when I was a kid, and I have that in my podcast, but I'm journaling. When I was in first grade, I was journaling about my dad.
Yeah.
He saw me journaling, talking shit about him.
No way.
He takes my journal
yeah.
and he writes his perspective on the next page, and he writes 2 pages of his perspective. It's so fucking crazy.
What did you think of that? I mean, you're in first grade, and he's talking to this imaginary thing too.
Well, yeah, it's my journal.
But she's not saying this isn't true, Natalie. He's saying Natalie said this, but she was lying to you, diary. He was talking as a diary. So now reading it, what did you think? My dad was crazy, or did you?
Reading it now, I'm I feel validated in my insanity.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm yeah, of course I'm crazy.
Yeah.
My dad was writing in my own notebook when I was in first grade.
You don't appear crazy. How are you crazy?
Oh, really?
Yeah, you don't appear crazy.
I'm not.
Good.
Okay. Well, Kyle, where can people find you?
Just on the corner of 10th and 3rd, mostly. I guess Instagram, Kyle Dunnigan one. Oh, KyleDunnigan.com. I got to get I've not been social mediaing much lately.
Okay.
But that's going to change.
Okay, great. Well.
Yeah. I feel like I'm helped. I think you helped me.
Yeah, I feel like you helped me.
I feel like I'm better. I mean, everything seemed great until I pulled these like death cards, and now I'm like, I feel like I need to take a bath or something.
I'm so upset because I feel like this has been happening on my podcast. Like I used to do this thing where I would pull one card for the podcast, and it didn't seem to affect anyone at all. Everyone would be like, "Why are we even doing this?" Yeah. Then I was like, you know what? I'll do a reading for the guest, and I've been pulling bad cards for them, and they're seeming really traumatized. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm sorry. But you're okay.
You know what? Good.
You're okay.
Remember my thing? Good? It's good, because now I'll like extra double imagine good stuff.
Honestly, I pulled that card and I'm good, you know.
You're fine.
On worst case scenario was nothing.
It's
worst case scenario for me was the sniffles.
Yeah, it's gonna haunt me, but that's all right.
No, you're good. Honestly, just a few maggots, some eyeballs, a couple swords.
As you said, it's a good card.
It's a good card.
It's totally normal.
Minor arcana, not a strong energy.
What is your reading? What is your future? Did you?
I didn't do mine.
When's the last time you did it?
I don't know. I guess a few days ago, maybe. Yeah, I could.
We're gonna.
I don't want to hold you longer, but yeah.
Well, let's do yours.
Okay, quick chef.
No, get it good.
Okay.
Get that chef.
Sip of water.
Yeah, be hydrated. Is that Chucky?
Yes, it is.
I only saw the first one, but there's like 9 more.
Yeah. No, This is my best friend's shirt she gave me because I was wearing a crop top and I felt fat, so she gave me her shirt.
You feel fat, huh?
All the time. Yeah. And then I was
But you know you're not. You just feel it.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. It just, you always feel like you're exploding. Yeah.
Is this society did this? What's up with that?
Ask them. And I brought it to her to give it back. I was like, I brought you to give the shirt back. And she's like, because you brought it back, you can keep it.
Oh, that's cool.
I was like, you're kidding me.
That's nice.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
It was like reward for being
a good person.
Yeah. Turns out she doesn't feel fat ever, so she doesn't need it. All right.
You feel good?
So good. I'm envisioning.
Let me read it. I want to read it.
Okay. Envisioning a beautiful future for myself.
Oh, I wasn't doing that.
Oh.
You didn't tell me to. I was just shuffling.
Well, too late, Kyle.
And you were like, you seem nervous. And then I pulled out fucking eyeballs.
I'm envisioning happiness, love, success.
Good.
Good.
Are you going to try good?
Yes.
Will you try it? Next time you get news, you would have felt bad. Just say good.
I will try that. Okay. Good. All right. Good. Sometimes I wonder if cards are sticky, but good.
It's not.
I don't know. Should I shuffle again?
This is all you.
All right. Good.
Good is really good. You know why? It's so simple.
It is.
Just keep saying good. You
ever tried another language?
Bien.
I can't.
Do you have any others?
Bon.
I'm gonna I swear to God, I'm just gonna go to France one day, like randomly.
Good.
It's good. I
went to France once and it was so lovely.
What do you do though when you don't speak French? Like you get off the plane, like what happens?
I think a lot of people speak English there.
Oh.
It was it was a dream. I went because I was babysitting, and so I went for 3 days.
Oh wow.
And I really romanticize it.
Wait, you went there to babysit?
I was babysitting this kid. His name was Ellsworth.
Sounds like
so I lived in LA and I was babysitting this kid that lived in a hotel.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that was his name.
Wow.
And they went to when I moved back to New York, the mom hit me up and was like, "You're his favorite. Do you want to come?"
Oh, that's nice.
I know.
And you went to France.
Yeah. It was so fun.
Yeah.
I went to the Eiffel Tower by myself.
Oh, okay, that's what I would do. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good.
Do you want to have kids? Am I supposed to cut this?
If I have money.
Yeah. Oh, I know. They're expensive. Do I cut this? Or I'm just peeling it?
Peel it.
That's not the term. Peel it. Here we go. This is your past first?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't like that.
No, that's good. The Emperor is good.
I'm doing the reading.
Okay.
Oh. Devil deer. The devil deer.
It's a great reading. Let's see what the future holds.
Just remember my early ones were good.
Okay, true.
Oh, I know that's good.
Wow.
So what we have here is the tree with the eclipse, which means in your past you sort of covered things up. You covered up your light. Don't cover your light up. You learned as a baby deer that likes the devil. Isn't that the devil sign?
That is pentacles. It's like possessions.
That's your present.
Yeah.
And this is your future is what was this one? Seed?
Planting a seed.
That seems like a pass card. All right, you read this. What does it say?
It's really great.
Cool. I'm happy for you. I think that's
really,
great.
I'm happy for you. Okay, basically
nice.
The Emperor, it's like masculine, fatherly, protective energy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, decisive, protective energy.
Why is there a tree in an eclipse?
I don't know.
Did you make that up?
No, you could look in the book.
I believe you. Okay.
The Mother of Pentacles, she is like a person or yourself that is very like, she likes to make the home. Like she cares a lot about her home space.
This is a lot of patriarchy bullshit to me. It seems like very sexist. Okay.
And then this one we pulled for your present, which is like planting the seed for the future.
But isn't that your future?
My future, I'll be planting a seed for the future.
That makes no sense.
In my future, I'll be planting a seed for the future.
And that's good. Okay.
I mean, this is honestly pretty. So in my past, there was probably a person or myself that was, pretty decisive.
Mm-hmm.
In the present, there's some homemaking going on.
Is that true?
Or a homemaker in my life.
Is that true?
I guess. I moved in May.
Oh, where'd you move to?
Jersey City.
Oh, you did? You like that?
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking around, and it seems like everything's really far, though. Like Jersey City, and then Brooklyn feels far.
Yeah, if you are in Manhattan now, it's going to be an adjustment.
Like, why don't I just go to Connecticut and get a house or something?
That's dramatic.
Why?
I don't know.
It took me 40 minutes to go see someone in Astoria. It took me 40 minutes. So like, why didn't I just drive to a house?
Who were you seeing in Astoria?
I did Jordan and Ian's podcast.
Oh, that's in Astoria?
They're up there somewhere.
That's in Brooklyn.
Or was it? Wait a minute. Maybe it was Dina Hashem. Anyway, I had a great time. Thank you so much. I'm going to spend the day trying to rethink my future. And
Kyle, it was a pleasure.
You too, yes.
And Kyle Dunnigan 1 on Instagram.
Sure, yep.
And anything else you'd like to promote?
I have a movie coming out on Netflix.
What?
With Jerry Seinfeld.
You're kidding me.
Nope, he just gave me. I was doing table reads for a while. I didn't have a part, and then he gave me 2 parts.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So what's it called?
I played Johnny Carson and Walter Cronkite. And in my home growing up, we always had a picture of Walter Cronkite on our wall because my parents met him.
Oh my God.
So
Manifestation
cool.
Station.
So Manifesta, yeah. And I'm doing a cartoon with Adam Carolla. I play his son.
I remember bringing you up on stage with that.
And I'm trying to figure out where to live.
All right. Well, if you have a home for Kyle, let us know.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll see you next week. Subscribe to our Fourth Wall. Bye.